and good afternoon, and I welcome you on 6th, 7th, 8th channel of BYJU'S. I'm your teacher Ankita, and I welcome you in today's very special class. I hope that all of you are on a good health, and I hope that all of you are really very excited to learn something very important from our history chapter, right? The chapter that we'll be discussing today is Civilizing the Native, Educating the Nation. It's a very interesting chapter, so I hope that all of you are ready. Good afternoon. I'm sure many of you have just came back from your school. How was your day, everyone? Hi Gunjalpati, hi Sharon, hi Yuvir, Yashveer, Gungun, Harsimran, Jitendra, Cute Princess, Swamajit, Santosh, Ashnoor, Jivika, Prachi, Devinder, Angad, Swamajit, Jivika, Mixed Bag, Harsh. Good afternoon, everyone. Priyanshu, Ashnoor, Janki, Alicia, Aryan. So many of you are here. I'm super happy. Hi, Divyanshu. Oh, today was a holiday. Nice. Very good. So I hope that all of you had your lunch, and I hope that all of you are ready. Yes, I can see so many of you here, everyone. I hope that you've hit the like button for the video. Yes. Very good. And on that note, please do tell me if I'm clearly audible and visible to you. I hope that you can see me clearly. Yes. Hi, Alina. Priyanganshu. Yes, different boy. Very good, everyone. So how many of you are excited for this particular chapter? Yes. Awesome. So we will be, you all are waiting for this chapter? So here we are. Me, yes, very excited, right? So let's get started, everyone. Now this chapter is very important, right, in the history, because in this only we'll be discussing about our education system, right, that we have. And how we have the Western education got introduced, like how the Western education got introduced into our country, and how it was accepted, what were the norms around it, and so more. Yes. Okay, let's get started, everyone. So I hope that you have hit the like button for the video, and if you're watching for this video for a very first time, I want you to take a moment and hit the subscribe button, because it's a channel where we have classes for 6th, 7th and 8th, and over here we talk about the different subjects, and along with learning, right, focusing on the academics, we focus on the important concept, and of course we talk about how we can learn in a very interesting way. So please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, take a moment, hit the subscribe button, everyone. Soon we will be 50K. Then, of course, for all of you who are new, and of course for all of you who are there with us from the beginning, we have created a playlist where, of course, we have the chapter names and the important sessions that they are there, covering all the one-shots, NCERT questions, exemplar questions, mind map, etc. So we have with this, everyone, so please make sure to go through it. Yes, I can see you are saying you have. Very good. So everyone, let's get started. How's the Josh, everyone? Yes, I hope that all of you are excited for today's session. Yes, very good. Also, you have the test, so we'll be covering up, important things today. Shabir, hopefully we'll have the class of 45 minutes. I want your cooperation, and we'll be moving ahead with that. Very hi, Josh, everyone. Yes, so let's get started over here. What we have in this particular chapter over here, we have the learning objective. So what we'll be learning in today's class? Yes, we will be looking to know about the history of how the education system actually got evolved in our country. Then, of course, we will be discussing how the Britishers' rule has lots of influence on our education system. And third most important point, that what were the ideas, right? What were the critiques of our Indian people on the Western education? So here we are, the 3 learning objectives that we have for today's class. And we have divided our chapter into 4 important things. Yes, Devendra, for few chapters we'll be adding more and more to it. Okay, everyone. Now I want all of you to stay focused, right? Well, if you have doubts, please do write in the chat box. But apart from that, I would request, please do not talk among yourselves. You might be distracting yourself, and of course to the, to your other friends also. Yes, critique, yes. Okay, everyone. So over here we have the roadmap for today. First, of course, we have the Orientalistic education. Then, of course, we'll be discussing about the Western education, change in the Indian school education, and the national critiques that we have, right? So let's get started. Now, I want you to think it over. Think about it, right? So what we have over here, why you think that the Britishers wanted to change the education system of our country? Now just imagine, right? What do you think could be the need from the Britishers' side to change the education system of our country? Yes, what do you think? Yes. Ranjit, so you can make me a little bit towards this side. Yeah, towards this side, so where I can be there. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, to control over for their sake, yeah. Yes, they thought that the people of India are very uncivilized. Absolutely. They thought that they are the guardian, right? They are the angels. So that, they thought that they can do wonders, and if they're there, they can actually trade with us. They can actually, take advantage of our resources that we have. Very good, everyone. So here we have the important points that talks about that why the Britishers actually thought that they wanted to change the education system. First, of course, is wanted to control the revenue that we have in our country. We know that India was very rich, right? Since the very beginning of the time, we know that India is called as a golden bird, right? Sone ki chidiya bolte hain. Yes. So what we know that they wanted to take a control of the revenue part of it. They want to plunder the resources. They want to use the resources that we have in our country, right, for their own benefits. Apart from that, we know that they had a cultural mission to carry. Now, we will be discussing about that what is the cultural mission we're talking about. But are we clear? Everyone, are we clear with these points, right? Very easy 2 marks question can come. What was the need for them? Because of these. Yes. Hello everyone. Hi Rohan. Yes. Clear. Very good. Now let's move over here, and what is this? Now we're talking about the culture mission. Now what is a culture? Yes. What is a culture? I will explain to those who didn't get it. Yes. Beliefs of the people, okay? I will explain to all of you, and I'm not ignoring anyone, just focusing in the class. Yes, beliefs of the people, right? Yeah. So when we talk about the culture, right, of course it has the beliefs, the values, it has ideas, and of course it has the knowledge and the education. So this what we have, right? Now in any culture, people will have their own beliefs. People will have their own ideas, and of course people will have their own knowledge and education. So when we talk about, right, when we talk about our country, India, we had a very strong cultural system. We all know that India is a very cultural country. And before the Britisher came to our country, we were very much flourishing, right? We have everything. And we were doing great. But when the Britisher came to our country, they had 2 important things in their mind. Now everyone, I'm repeating it again, so all of you please pay attention. Now there were 2 important things they wanted to change in our country, especially in terms of the education. What was the need to change in the education? First, they want to take the control of the revenue. They thought that if they understand our language, or if they understand, if they educate us, or if they interfere between our education system, they can definitely trade with us, right? Then they can take the advantage of the natural resources that we have in our country. And third, most important thing, they wanted to actually give us a very new cultural system which were based upon their belief, not our belief, right? See, in India we have certain set of culture, right? Yeah, we do worship, we have a certain set of festivals. But what Britishers thought, they want to change this. They want to give their culture to us. Very good, Rohan. They thought that they can give their culture to us. So they were on a cultural mission. Are we clear? Everyone, are we clear up to the here up to now? Yes, Angad, welcome to the class. Very good. Yes, Priyangushu. Priyangushu, yes, very good. Clear. Pandu, very good. Mahesh, very good, very good. Now let's see the definition of it. So what we have over here is the definition of the cultural mission. Now, it is a conscious effort to change the culture of the group of the people. So basically, they were on a mission. You know what? We will be changing the culture of this country, which is India. Clear? So they came with a mission. They want to trade, they want to, take their advantage of our resources, and they want to change our cultural system also. Because of that only, they thought that we will be introducing their education. Then, of course, the British East India Company has these two important missions, everyone. Please do note them for 2 marks question. Yes, Rohit, I will, but let's just focus over here, everyone. Good evening, good evening. I can see so many of you are here. Welcome to the class, everyone. Okay? So what we have, we're talking about the cultural system. So we have this, that education, change in the education system was a part of this cultural mission, and changing the education system would add the new values that they want us to take, and that will be justifying their rules. Everyone, are we clear? This we have discussed, right? Why they did it? Because उनको trade करना था इंडिया में, उनको resources use करनी थी. अब वो कैसे करते? उनको लगा कि हाँ, अगर हम country की education system को change कर देंगे, तो वो लोग वही सीखेंगे जो हम सिखाना चाहते हैं. And it will be easy for us to trade with them, talk to them, and take advantage of them. Clear, everyone? Yes, are we clear? Very good. Yes, awesome. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Yes, I said both, I think. Yes, very good, very good. Now let's move ahead to this part, right? So the Britishers thought that using and educating people to run their administration, they thought how we will train these people so that we can use them in the education. They can work for us. And apart from that, Indian could be used as the territorial and the administrative conquest. So if they can have our own people in their sideline or in their team, they can easily conquer places. They can easily convince people to work from them, and of course to give the resource to them. Clear? Yes. Nice. That's nice. Everyone, are we clear? Yes, so till now we have discussed that why the Britishers came to our country. Of course, they came for the money and other thing. Why they wanted to introduce the education? One thing, they want to use the country's resources. They want to trade with us. Second important thing, they want to change the cultural. They want to change our cultural mindset. They want us to follow their cultural importance and the rules. Now, in that we talked about what is a cultural mission. Cultural mission is that they came, they wanted us to take their culture, rules, so that we can work accordingly, and therefore they will be getting the benefit, and the Indian people can actually work for them. Nice. I can see there are so many of you here in the class. Very good. Nice. Very good. So Alicia, I've just explained. I think it's clear now. Awesome, everyone. Now, here comes a very, very, very important, very, very important role of a person. Okay, we have, everyone, please focus, you will be able to understand. We have William Jones, right? Who was William Jones? Let's understand, everyone. He's a very, very important person in the history, right, when we talk about the education system. So I want all of you to focus. Suman, you will understand, don't worry. We will repeat, okay? Okay, so let's talk about William. Now, William was a person who has lots and lots of knowledge of the languages. Very good, Amit. Yeah, he was aware about different languages. He can read and write different languages. So he arrived in Calcutta in the year 1783. Yes, linguistic. Yes. So he was a junior judge and he arrived there and he loved to read different languages, right? So what he did when he came to our country, he started learning different languages. He started learning Sanskrit. He was very much into, every culture, every, aspect of the country have their own values, and he used to focus on that. So he gave the great importance and he actually provided a very good insight to our culture. So he was a good person, right? And he actually invested his time in learning our language and understanding our culture. Yes, very good, Yashveer. Yes, okay. From him only we have a very important word. He actually, the people who actually study the Eastern society and the literature and the culture are called as the Orientalism. We have the word Orient, right? From there we have this origin. So please make sure to remember this word. Right, everyone? Orientalism. Clear? So such people who actually study about their different languages and a different culture, they are called that, and this is very, very important. Yes. Very good. Nice. It could be Hina. Okay. I know, I always draw smiling face just so that we know that we have covered this topic. Clear? So Amit, we're talking about William Jones, right? And he came to our country and he respected the language and the culture. He has started, studying it. Clear? Yes. So let's see what he did. So he discovered that he has a lot of interest, and while his time in Calcutta, he started learning different languages, right? And of course, and apart from him, there are other two peoples. Yes. We have Henry Thomas, we have Natalie Wright, Hellhead. They were engaged in discovering the different languages, and of course, they kind of formed their own chotu sa society. We will be talking about the same interest, and that's how they started hanging out together, and of course, there was a share of ideas. They were learning together. So here we have, and in the different languages also. Clear? So these three people came together, they started discovering the Indian heritage, Indian languages, and translated it into the Persian, Sanskrit. The Persian and Sanskrit work into the English. Yes. So Amit, those people, right, are one who actually spend time in learning other people's languages, and they're understanding their culture and their society. Or, see, Orient, right? Orientalism. Remember that? Yes. So what happened? They formed their own small society, right? And we call them as the Asiatic Researcher. Easy, everyone? Remember this one mark question. So who formed it and which year it was formed? So it was formed by three people. We have Jones, Henry and the Hellhead. Clear? समझ में आया? तो इन तीन लोगों ने एक छोटी सोसाइटी बनाई जिसमें ये इंडिया की लैंग्वेजेस के बारे में, इंडिया के कल्चर के बारे में, इंडिया की सोसाइटी के बारे में बातचीत करेंगे, उसकी बेसिकली इसके बारे में लिखेंगे और लोगों को बताएंगे. क्लियर? देन व्हाट वी हैव now, of course, we know that our culture is really very amazing, right? So of course it influenced these people, and slowly they started demanding कि नहीं, it's a very amazing culture, everyone. It's a very amazing culture. It has a good thing. Let the Britishers to actually promote this only rather than promoting the Western education, right? So they were right. उन्होंने बोला कि ये इतना बढ़िया है सब कुछ यहाँ पे, हम अपना एजुकेशन सिस्टम क्यों दें, right? जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम है इसी में थोड़े बहुत चेंजेस करके we can ask the people to follow these rules, and of course it was going okay. थोड़े टाइम के लिए we can say it was working for them. So this was the first good thing that they did, that they asked the British to promote the Indian education rather than the Western education. Then of course they actually felt that institutions should be set up. So during their time, we saw that there were various instruments, right? Various institutions which was set up for the Indian education. Are we clear, everyone? Yes? So that the student can learn. Clear? Ha, Rohit, we will be doing that. Okay? Now, moving to the initiative for promotion. So what they did? Now this is interesting, everyone. This is super important. So they were set up the Madarsa in Calcutta, right? In 1781 by the Hastings, right? You remember this name. Again, I'm just highlighting this, making a star over here. So then what they did is start setting up the institution at the different places so that the people can go there and study. So Rohit, madarsas are the traditional schools where the Muslims will be recalling up or will be studying their religious books. Okay, clear? So they were set up, and of course along with that they will be learning the basic education. The kids were being taught the numbers, alphabets. They'll be able to they'll learn how to a little bit of reading and writing at that particular time. Now of course there's a lot more advanced. Yeah, even Are Gunjalpati, you're still they're still bad, right? We'll come to know about it. Clear? Okay. So after that, what happened? They actually started promoting the studies of the Arabic, Persian and the Islamic law. Hindu college was established in Banaras in the year 1791 to encourage students to study the Sanskrit text. Clear? This is not a picture. This is from the Calcutta. Yes. Okay. It's not a madrasa for sure. Doesn't look like one. It's a hall. Okay, everyone? Yes, very good. So what they did, they actually took some initiative. They told students how you can learn Sanskrit, you can learn the Persian language, Arabic language and the Islamic laws. They set up madrasas also. So that's how they actually promoted the Indian education system. Now everyone, are we clear with this? Very good, everyone. Clear, clear, clear. Amit, you can answer this question in the chat. Very good. Okay, now let's have a very quick question, everyone, from you. Right, we have this question. Please do answer this question. Here we go. Which of the following options can be associated with the Orientalism? Which of these? Rakesh, you're a little bit, but it's okay. We have just started the first topic. Clear? Yes. I know, yes. Everyone quickly. Come on, everyone. This is easy peasy. Which of the following options can be associated with the Orientalism? Right? I can see the answer. Very good, everyone. All of the above, right? They discovered the discovery of the ancient text. They did. Then, of course, they translated the Sanskrit into the Persian text or to the English text. Then, of course, they did a lot of interpretation also. Very good. Now we are clear with this, right? There were good people who came to our country and who thought that no, Indian education system is amazing, right? And Indian education culture and the when we talk about the society and their culture and their ethics are really very amazing. Let's use them, and this only will be able to push the people ahead for the development. And there were good people who were supporting it. But then, what happened, everyone? Now here we see a twist. Now after this, what happened? What do you think what happened? We know that, of course, we are a part of it, right? But after this, there was a little bit argument. Not a little bit argument. फिर क्या हुआ? लोगों ने British government के अंदर ही they started having discussions. Is there a need for us to spend our money and our time to educate Indian people in their own languages? Or we should ask Indian people to actually learn the Western education in the Western culture. Yes, we know that happened. So now what we'll be looking into will be the Western education. Right, everyone? Yes. So now it's a new topic. So everyone, let's pay attention. I can see many of you are asking about the mentee. Mentee bhi hogi. Don't worry about it. Yes, and they were the, ekdam opposite party mein the ye log. If the, if the people are supporting the Indian culture and the Indian languages, they were the opposite of it. So what happens in the Western education? We know that in the earlier 19th century, another group of, British official people started attacking the people, right? Orientalistic people. They started attacking them. And they said that, you know what? These people will not be serving our country or our needs. Why we should spend that money on them? So slowly they started criticizing the Oriental learning, right? And they said that we don't want it, right? And we should be training the Indian people into the Western education. Yes, are we clear, everyone? Alicia, initially the girls, does not go to the school at that time. Yeah, I know, Devendra, we didn't have any NCERT question of SSC chapters. As of now, we don't have. Yes? Okay, are we clear, right? So, in a very simple word, we have an opposite system who were opposite to the Orientalism, right? And they were like, we don't support you. We have a long list of people who gave their opposition and who made their, their way. Okay, please, let's not focus on India more. So, we have James Mill, right? So, according to James Mill, the Britishers should not be pleasing Indians, right? By winning their heart, the education should be practical and useful. So, what was the opposition they said? What was the opposite thing they said? When the Orientalism, right, or the Orientals, those who are supporting Indian education, were discussing, right? So, these people like James Mill and the others said that, we should not be pleasing Indians, right? We should be giving them an education system which is practical and which is useful. Are we clear, everyone? Yes? Very good. Very good. Yes. Okay. Then we have one more, and he is very, very famous, everyone. Lord Macaulay. Macaulay over here. So, he was among most influential critics. He was completely against, right? He was completely against the Orientals. कि नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं होना चाहिए इंडिया में. जो भी होगा education system, हमारा education system होना चाहिए. So, he was completely against it. And those people who are against the Orientals are called as the Angelistic. Okay? This word. Angelistic. Angelistic. Clear? Now, focus on the spelling and the words. Remember O and A. A means, see, O means, मतलब O तो वैसे opposite में होना चाहिए, but O over here means that, let's suppose O का opposite, remember, in A, angry. Everyone, A for angry. Okay? And O for oppose. Opposite. Right? So we have the opposite who were good. And of course, we have the angry who were not good. Clear? Yes. So this you remember, everyone. This will be easy way for you to remember. Now, Lord think that, right, this person thinks that the Indian are uncivilized people. And the Western education should be there so that they can be civilized, and the medium should be English so that they can use this and they can civilize the Indian people. Clear? Yes, Angad, we will be coming on to that. We will be discussing about that, but in a bit. Clear, everyone? So we are clear that there are two specific people, right, who opposed it, and they were very clear that why we are teaching them. They will not be doing anything good. We should not be pleasing them. We should be practical and useful in terms of education, and we should be civilizing the uncivilized people. They called us uncivilized. Okay? So we are clear with this, right? Yes. Now we are civilized, then the British are definitely we are. Okay? Very good. Now let's see that these people, right, they actually came up with the act. Now it was a norm, I guess, because they were kind of a little bit structured, so they will have laws and acts. So they added, so basically during that time we have this act. English Education Act, which is 1835. Remember this, everyone. This is a very critical question, a very important question from the exam point of view that can be asked for 3 marks question. Okay. So what happened during that time? They said that let's establish the Western education. Right? They want us to establish the Western education. He believed that English would actually allow the people to read and write, and they'll be able to understand what they are saying. And apart from that, they can actually use this only to spread the awareness about the development they are doing. And of course, it will be easy for the Indian people to understand. Clear? So they came with a very clear-cut agenda, everyone. This, you can directly copy these points in your answer, right? And make sure you're writing the, the answers in the examination only in points. Clear? Yes? Please write your doubt. Then comes this, that in this act only, he said that teaching English could be used to civilize the people, to add their taste and values in the culture. Then over here what we have, following the Maculus, minute, the English Education Act in the year 1835 were introduced. Okay, and the decision was to make English the medium of instruction for the higher education. Clear, everyone? So take a screenshot if you haven't. I'll just move aside. You can take a screenshot of this. You can directly write this answer in the examination. Right? What were there in the English Education Act in the year 1835? This point, and you can take a screenshot of this also. Got it? Who had criticized the English? English education? We'll be discussing about it. We have Mahatma Gandhi, Rabindranath Tagore, right? I'm the best. That's the answer for your question. We'll be discussing about that in a minute. Very good. So everyone, let's quickly test our knowledge with a very quick question. Here we have. What was the purpose of English Education Act in the year 1835? What was the importance of it? Yes. Here we go. Come on everyone, give this a very easy answer. Very good, very good. Yes everyone, quickly vote. Yes. Very good everyone. I can see the answers, and the correct answer is all of the above. So the purpose of the English Education Act 1835 was to make sure that the higher education medium is English, to stop the promotion of the Orientalism, and of course to make sure that we are following the Lord Macaulay's thoughts and their laws. Very good. Now everyone, over here we have a very, very important thing. This is also very important. 3 marks question or 2 marks question. What was the difference between the thoughts and the ideas of the Oriental people and the Angulistic people, right? Or the Western education. Take a screenshot of it everyone, quickly. Right? You will be getting the PPT, you will be getting this in a PDF form in the Telegram. So please make sure that you have joined the Telegram group. So the parameters syllabus. So the Oriental think that the Indian should study their own origin, right? Their own text which we have in Sanskrit, Persian, other different languages. But the Western education thought no, they need Western culture and modern science. Then talking in the language, any language, vernacular language means your local language, right? Vernacular over here means local language. So they said that, you can study in your local language only, but the Western education said that we need the English medium, English as a medium of our learning. Then we have initiative for the promotion of this particular language learning. We have in Calcutta, we have the Madras, we have Hindu College in Banaras. And for the Western education, we have the English Education Act of 1835. So over here, we can clearly see the difference between the Oriental education and the Western education. Clear? Yes. Yes, you will get, Arpita, you will get the PDF link in the Telegram. Very good, Amit. Very good, cute princess. Clear? Okay. Now comes the very important part. You will be like, ma'am, for you everything is important. Okay, everyone. Now this particular part comes for a longer question that you have in your examination, right? Would dispatch. See, we are focusing only from the exam point of view, looking at the chapter, covering all the important points, but we're just focusing on the important points. Here we have the Wood's dispatch. Super, super important. Okay, super important. Wood's dispatch. Now, in the year 1854, the president of the board of control made a recommendation which is called as the Wood Dispatch. Now let's understand what we have in this. What is dispatch? It's the official report, okay, of state or the military affairs. So basically, he came, he studied it, and of course he made a report. Clear? He made a report. So Wood's Dispatch of 1854, a very important year, marked the victory for those who oppose the Oriental learning. So he came, right? Yes. Gunjalpati, I'm explaining it again. So we're talking about the Wood's Dispatch, right? Wood's Dispatch. Dispatch, cute princess, it's written on the screen. It basically to make some reports, right? For the official reports basically. It could be on the state or the military affair. Okay? So what he did, he made an official report and then actually gave a sense to the people that here after this report only Western education were followed. Clear? So now very simple, we haven't gone into the report as of now, we're just talking about the person who made it. Clear? He made the report, right, Woods, and he made a report on the Indian education system at that particular time. Let's see what we have and what are the arguments he said. So, the Western education, according to Woods, the Western education actually can help Indians to identify the importance of trade and commerce. So, he suggested that the people of India at that particular time have no knowledge of trade and commerce. If we give them the Western education, they'll become more aware about the trade and they can actually do good in the commerce and the business. So it was his thoughts on our Indian education system. Yes, the first point, everyone, it's important. Then he said that if we introduce the Indians to European learning, it will actually change the taste of the Indian people, create new customs for the British goods. So what will happen? If they will tell us something, if we follow them, we will actually become their consumer. We will take their goods. We will follow their culture. We can understand what they are selling and what they are telling us. That was his point of view. Then he said that European learning would also improve the morals of the Indians. He believed that the moral thing that we have, right? I think moral is more in terms of the ethics. Yes. Rakesh, we'll discuss about it later, but not now. We're in the middle of class. Don't worry, we'll discuss it for sure. Yes. Amit, he was a British official, right? And he came to our country and he made this dispatch. Clear, everyone? Clear? So he felt that Indian people का moral अच्छा नहीं है, तो English पढ़ने से ठीक हो जाएगा. Then of course, following the dispatch, we know that several measures were introduced by the Britisher to make sure to have the university education and that too the medium will be English. So in short, अगर हम इसे बोलें, Wood dispatch में क्या किया? वुड्स इंडिया आए, उन्होंने इंडियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम देखा, उन्होंने थोड़ी बहुत समझने की कोशिश की और उन्होंने बोला कि हमारा वेस्टर्न एजुकेशन सिस्टम ही हमें इंडिया में लाना चाहिए. क्यों? क्योंकि इंडियंस को ट्रेड करना नहीं आता, इंडियन को कॉमर्स के बारे में नहीं पता, बिजनेस के बारे में नहीं पता. इंग्लिश पढ़ेंगे तो सब कुछ बढ़िया होगा. दूसरा, दे विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हम क्या बोलना चाह रहे हैं, हमारे कल्चरल गुड लेंगे, हमें समझेंगे और हमारे लिए अच्छा है. तीसरा, उनको लगा था कि इंडियंस का मॉरल अच्छा नहीं है, तो इंग्लिश पढ़ने से मॉरल अच्छा हो जाएगा. And based upon all of these points, what we know that various steps were taken to introduce the English or the Western education in our country. Universities bani, professors आए, and that we'll be discussing now. Clear? Yes. Okay, are we clear, everyone? Clear. Sorry, Manjeet. Yes. I know, Gungun. उनको लगा कि इंडियंस को कुछ नहीं पता, but we are genius, right? Yes. Very good. Okay, very good. Now let's see, everyone, the school education. So let's see कि क्या उस टाइम पे हो रहा था, ठीक है? किस तरीके से बच्चे पढ़ रहे थे in the pre-British period. This is important. So again, Woods की तरह we have Adam mission also. So we have Adam also who came to our country. In 1830 में कभी आए थे William Adams. He was a Scottish missionary and he toured around the area of Bengal and the Bihar region. Yes. Arpita, linguistic are those who actually would love to learn about the different languages, the different cultures and the society. Okay? The linguists are those who actually love to learn more and more languages. Or they can speak and read and write in different languages. Yeah, sorry, I got confused with the Orientals. Okay, so we have the Adams, right? And he came to our country with another mission. Ke haan bhai, we are here and now we will do more research on it. Ke why English education should be there. So what they did, he actually toured between the Bengal and the Bihar region. Wahan pe he saw that the teachers are teaching them in the local languages, right? The teaching is happening in the local languages. And Adams found that there were about 50 lakh Pathshala in Bengal and Bihar combined. And in every, like if there are small institution, will have more, like less or approximately 20 students per class. Clear? Everyone focus here. We have just few more minutes left with us. It's a crucial part. Yes. Manjeet, I think in your textbook it's mentioned like this, bache. Okay, so we have the Pathshalas. So when Adams came, he saw this. Then based upon this, he gave this, that the local Pathshalas that were there, right? They had no fixed fees structure. They have no printed books. There's no attendance for those, right? There's no roll call. Bache aa rahe hain, kabhi nahi aa rahe, even if they're not coming, nobody is bothered. Then there's no separate building. They can sit like under a tree and can go ahead. There are no benches or chairs. They have no separate classes and they have no examination. Just imagine, can you imagine? Without any examination. Yes? Very good, very good. Maybe. Yashveer, maybe. 1 lakh. Okay. Clear? So there was no annual examination. We'll end this session by 4. Okay. So this was a condition, right? At that time. I know last one was the best. So cool school, right? Without any examination. Pure saal bhar padhai karo, still there is no examination. So this was a structure. Now this structure was very much flexible for the Indian people, right? At that time. Yes? So what happened? Now the British came and was like, no, you have to change your education system. And over here we have the changes. What are the changes? Can you see the first thing here? They introduced the timetable. They told that students should come to school regularly and they should follow the timetable. ये सब यहीं से आया है. Clear? Very good, Arpita. We don't have Menti today, Amit. So timetable आ गया. So they introduced the timetable. Proper classes hongi from this to this hour. This will be studying maths. This will be studying science. This will be language. That happened. Then they appointed Pandit to visit the Pathshala so that they have standard education. So that every time there's no new teacher, one teacher can go there and can teach the student. I know, my only. Clear? Yes, so they did that. Then of course, each guru, they were like, you are going to school, right? Now send us the report. Can you just imagine what had happened? Yes, everyone. Just think now, if you are there in that particular era when there's no examination, nothing, you can go aram se. But what happened? The Britishers influenced the people and they started asking the people to follow these rules. IT, you're asking how they influence the people? So they got into the power, right? The East India Company slowly got into the power and they imposed these laws. It was not that we were happy taking these laws. We were imposed on us. Okay? So what happened? The teachers were going there and they have to now submit a report of the student progress. They have to send a proper report how the students are doing, and of course they have the timetable now. Textbooks were given to the student, and of course they introduced a very big thing that created a lot of issues, which is the regular fees. Clear, everyone? So what they did? They introduced the regular fees also now, that the students who are coming to the school have to pay the fees. Are we clear, everyone? Yes, come on everyone. Are we clear with this? So these are the changes we saw in our Indian education system. Apart from that, you know what they did? They imposed the ban on those students who will not be able to give the fees. They said that there has to be a routine for the students. They have to follow the rules. And of course, they will have the test and the other periodic instructions. They are the one who said that you will be sitting on a fixed seat. You will follow a fixed timetable and you have to follow the discipline. You have to be in discipline and you have to follow the new rules. So basically, पावम those बच्चा जो एकदम खुश थे, हम आजाद हैं. They were now asked to sit in a room, right? उन्होंने schools बनाए, they have given them a fixed timetable, fixed seat भी दे दी. हम तो कहीं कहीं इधर से आज यहाँ नहीं तो वहाँ बैठ सकते थे. But now at that time they will have to sit on a fixed seat only, right? And fees compulsory कर दी थी. Yes. So Rudransh, talking about that point, what happened? This actually affected the poor families, right? Poor families of the India at that particular time. Yes, we call them teachers were the gurus, Guruji. Okay? So in India, of course, during the harvest season, the children from the poor family will actually go and help their parents in the harvesting process. But with a new introduced English education system, it was impossible for them to take a leave, right? If they are taking leave, there will be a complaint against it. So what happened? The discipline of the new education system actually made it difficult for the students to attend the classes. They made compulsory the fees. अब पैसे नहीं तो fees कैसे देंगे, right? So all of these were not good things about the Indian education system. Are we clear? Not the Indian education system, but the changing education system in our country. अरे अंजलि ये तो मुझे नहीं पता कि कितनी फीस थी बच्चे, मैं उस टाइम पे नहीं थी और आई एम नॉट श्योर कि डॉक्यूमेंट्स में कहीं पे या फिर बुक में हमें तो नहीं पता है अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर टेक्स्ट बुक नॉलेज. क्लियर एवरीवन? सो आर वी क्लियर? वुड डिस्पैच हुआ, उसके बाद में व्हाट वी हैव द एडम्स मिशन एंड आफ्टर द एडम्स मिशन वी हैव द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ द वेस्टर्न एजुकेशन जहां पे बच्चों की परेशानी बढ़ गई. क्लियर? Very good, very good. The fees was 0.25 paisa. Okay, is it? We'll find out more. Okay, now coming to the last part of the chapter where we have where we have the critique, right, of the Western education. I know, Yashveer. Yes. Okay, they were the one who actually introduced the British education. So now, of course, there were people in our country also. We have Gandhi ji, Rabindranath Tagore, who actually opposed it. उनको नहीं लगा था कि ये system सही है. So let's talk about it. So according to Gandhi, he said that by education I mean an all-round drawing of the best in child and men in the body, mind and spirit. So he felt that के system okay है, but बच्चों को बहुत बांधा जा रहा है, right? Yes. Manjeet, someone who opposed the ideas. Okay? Clear. Let's talk about. So Gandhi ji has two important outlook. उनके हिसाब से there are two important things that we have over here. Clear? The Western education was unknown but charming to Indian studying it. So of course he felt के Western education we don't know, but of course as the Indian will be like, ooh, it's a very good education system. अरे नहीं हीना नहीं. I am sorry if you felt that, but I'm not ignoring you. Look at the faces. Come on, I'm your teacher. बच्चे मुझे क्यों डरा रहे हो? Clear? Yes, everyone, are we clear with this? तो गांधी जी ने बोला कि हाँ जो हमारा नहीं होता हमें लगता ही कि बहुत अच्छा है. Clear? Then in the Indians started perceiving it as a superior education. So what had happened actually? धीरे धीरे से Indians का perception आ गया कि Indian education system उतना अच्छा नहीं जितना Western education system है. Now you only tell me everyone. Now if I give you, let's suppose, if I give you a local chocolate, ठीक है, एक मतलब कोई भी Indian brand की अगर मैं chocolate दूंगी आपको, and if I give you something a branded chocolate of some other country, let's say X and Y Z and this is something different. Of course, right? हम वो foreign वाला pick कर लेंगे, बोलेंगे ये तो इससे अच्छा, ये तो Indian वाले से अच्छा ही होगा. Yes or no? Tell me. Come on, what do you think? We will say, right? Oh, इट इज अच्छा, फिर ठीक है ही ना, फिर ठीक है ना. हमें क्या लगेगा, हाँ ये जो बाहर से जो चॉकलेट आई है यही अच्छी है ना. ठीक है, आई नो दैट मेनी ऑफ यू विल से कि इंडियन वाली चॉकलेट भी बढ़िया है, बट मोस्टली शायद से हम यही बोलेंगे, अगर पुराने लोग होंगे तो यही बोलेंगे, हाँ भाई बाहर की चीज तो बढ़िया है, राइट. द आउटर द एक्सपोर्टेड द इम्पोर्टेड चॉकलेट इज गुड देन द इंडियन चॉकलेट. सो दैट वाज गांधी जी से कि हाँ इंडियन पीपल फेल्ट दैट कि हाँ द वेस्टर्न एजुकेशन इज very much superior to the Indian education. Then of course he had its own views. He said that Indians started worshipping the Western education which was given by the Britishers to us, right? And this actually enslaved Indians and destroyed our pride. Now Indians felt, oh, we are not big. We don't... There was a time when the Britishers felt the Indians felt really very proud of their culture and their education. But as the Western education was introduced, they felt inferior. उनको लगा कि वो जो पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, उनका जो कल्चर है वो अच्छा नहीं है. Are we clear? Yes. बढ़िया ही ना? Yes. I am not sure whether it's an Indian brand or not. Yes. Are we clear, everyone? So, according to Gandhi ji, Prem, that's up to you, right, to decide. We are in a class. We are looking at the history, right? Clear, everyone? So Gandhiji had this point that, if as the Western education was introduced, Indian felt it's very superior. Indian felt that they are inferior and they become actually the slave of the Western education. The other alternative solution he had that we should actually focus on the skill-based learning programs. Students should actually do the activities and then they'll be able to learn. This is what he said. Hi Nia, yes. Clear everyone, I hope that clear. Right, so he said that he was against the whole concept of just reading from the book, right, and writing the examination. He was more in favor of skill-based learning. Let's do the activity and then the student will remember. That's what we do, right? In maths, science, in science especially. When we do some activity or the experiment, you will remember forever. You will understand the concept and then you will be able to follow it. That was his idea. He wanted the student to value the practical knowledge and to be exposed to the lived experience. Gandhiji felt that, especially for our country, we need an education system where the people can actually experience, can do the things and then learn the important lessons from them. Are we clear, everyone? Yes, very good. Clear, everyone? Come on, we just have 3 more minutes, everyone. And this is the last topic. We will be able to end it. Okay. Here we have. So the alternative education proposed by Gandhiji was that to actually make the student learn about the craft, understanding the different objects and how it works. Gandhiji believed that the education should be not just only for the books and for the learning, it should be of the mind and for the body also and for the soul also. So he believed in meditation. He believed that we should control our mind. He believed that the student should learn things by doing it. He believed in the skill-based learning. In short, अगर हम बोलेंगे तो गांधी जी ने बोला कि इंग्लिश एजुकेशन सिस्टम अच्छा नहीं है, वो इंडियंस को स्लेव बना रहा है, इंडियंस को इंग्लिश एजुकेशन सिस्टम सुपीरियर लगता है और अपना खुद का इंडियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम अच्छा नहीं लगता. गांधी जी के अकॉर्डिंगली एजुकेशन वो होती है जो बच्चे को होल डेवलपमेंट देती है, माइंड, बॉडी एंड सोल, राइट, एंड ही वांटेड इट फॉर द इंडियन पॉपुलेशन ऑल्सो. Clear? Yes, come on everyone. Are we clear with it? Come on. Yes, very good. Then let's talk about another critique that we have. We have the Rabindranath Tagore. He also felt it, right, ke education system that we have, Indian education system that we have that gives freedom to the children is very good. So he said that the experience of the school days in Calcutta that we have currently was shaped by the Rabindranath Tagore. On growing up, of course, he wanted children to be happy and free. So, and they should be very creative, right? So he want the combination of both the education. Clear? Western education and the Indian tradition also. So he felt कि हाँ education system English वाला अच्छा है, but along with that we should mix and match things. Clear? Prem, so that goes into the history. There are places where we still have those education system. Very good. Let's talk about it. So for this, what the Rabindranath Tagore did, he established a school which is the Shanti Niketan, which actually talk about living in harmony with the nature, and children will be more creative in the natural environment. He also did that, his views, what he encouraged the Indian people to live and to study in the natural environment only. And of course, in 1901, he set up a school away, 100 kilometers away from the Kolkata, which is known as the Shanti Niketan. Clear, everyone? So now, Rabindranath Tagore has a thinking that the student should be free, right? They should be living in a natural environment so that they can learn better. And based upon his theories and his thoughts, we have the school which is the Shanti Niketan. Are we clear, everyone? Yes. Yes, it is there. It is still there. You can check out their website. Okay, very good. I can get that which country you are from. I'll not be able to take the name, but maybe. Very good, everyone. So with that, we are done. Right, we'll just quickly have a recap. Here we have, please everyone take a screenshot. I am standing to take a screenshot now. So we have this, we have the Orientals, right, and we have the Anglistic, right, opposite people. They were the one who followed the Western education and science. They believed that Indians should learn their Indian text only. Here we have the list of the people who are in favor of, or we call them as the Orientals, right? And then we have the people who was completely in opposed of that. We have Macaulay. In this, of course, the students can learn in local language or their native language. Over here, medium was only English. Then, of course, they set up a different school, and over here we have the Act. Then, of course, we have Gandhiji and Tagore's point of view on the education system. So, over here, they believed on the Indian vocational training, Indian and Western creative mixing learning. Gandhiji, of course, Rabindranath Tagore, both believed that the learning should happen in the local languages only. Efforts, of course, Gandhiji didn't create a school, but of course, his thought was that kids should be free and they should be working on the soul, mind and the body. He specifically mentioned on the skill-based learning. And of course, he established the school which is the Shanti Niketan. Are we clear? Rohit, vocational training means somewhere we are trying to do, for example, making mats, making a candle, all of these, right, will come in the vocational training. That can actually help you to survive, right? Manjeet, so you're talking about the vernaculars means the native language or the local language. Province means the people who actually gave that idea. Clear? Okay, noted your point, mixed bag. Very good. With this, everyone, we are done with this session. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. I hope that you have registered for this quiz, which is happening on 30th of November. Please do that. And let's quickly talk about the English speaking course. Right, and now this is something Western education, but we know that its advantage hai. See, again, we have to understand, many of you are asking, ma'am, which education system is good? Now, there are two education systems that we have, right? And of course, from the very beginning. Now, this education system is more about the English. Now, why it is important for us to understand English? Because everything around us is being functioning in English, right? So, we should have the confidence in expressing ourselves. So, if you feel that, you can actually register yourself for this paid course, which is there for 2 months. So, do that, and you can start registering for this webinar, which Aishwarya Ma'am and Saurabh Sir will be taking. Learn Science with the Experimental Way. It's a very interesting webinar happening on Sunday. So, do register for it. And as we say, we've got you covered. And I hope that you've hit the like button and share with your friends and subscribe to this amazing channel. Yes, everyone. Loved it, right? Please hit the like button. That is what we really need. And thank you so much for coming here and learning with us. We'll be meeting next time really very quickly. Homework question, you can actually write the difference between the the Orientalistic and the Anglistic, right? You can mention the difference between these two. Okay, everyone, with that, I'll end the session. I have another class. Bye-bye, everyone. Do take care of yourself and keep on learning. BYJU'S. You can write in the comments which session you want in the next class, right? So, we'll follow that. Bye-bye.